So this might be a wee bit of a controversial topic because the man in question is getting a lot of fame. And a lot of fame within my industry because he made a lot of his money through launching gyms. And a lot of PTs are taking his advice on selling. And I listened to his podcast with Chris Williamson. I can't remember what it was, 25 life lessons or something. And I actually really enjoy about 80 to 90% of what Alex Hormozi says. If you don't know who Alex Hormozi is, people that are listening to this that are more on the client side of things, are looking to improve their diet and their nutrition and their fitness and lifting weights, maybe are less likely to know who he is. But any PT, I'm pretty sure, has heard of Alex Hormozi at this point. So his whole thing is sales, really is. It's sales, and showing people an offer and trying to make your offer better. Make your offer better in terms of what you deliver, but also how you present it. Now, even within that, there's some fucking great advice. So I'm going to talk about some because the overarching theme of it is I don't agree with it at all, and it's quite negative in terms of weight loss anyway, but then it sprinkles into other things, and it is toxic. So what I really didn't like that he said, right? He always uses weight loss as his analogy or like his topic of choice when he's talking about how to present offers. And he always talks about people are always going to choose what is going to get them the result faster. So you need to include that in your offer. You need to show that this is the offer that is going to get you to the goal you want in the quickest amount of time. Now, the thing about that is, a lot of people, right, just take weight loss, for example. A lot of people are cripplingly unhappy. And that is one of the biggest reasons why they're overweight. And they always think weight loss is going to make them happy. This is why people yo-yo diet. This is quite a lot of people who have gained weight have lost at least a percentage of it at one point, then regained it back because of this way of thinking, because of thinking this is the dream and doing it in the quickest amount of time possible is the goal, when actually they need to think about where they are right now isn't that bad, and until they accept that, they'll never lose weight and keep it off. Mate, I can get, not everyone, but I could get 80% of people that come to me, I could get them to lose a lot of weight in 12 weeks. They would fucking hate me, and all I would do is pretty much get them to avoid food for 12 weeks and convince them that to step on the scale quite a lot and do a bit more exercise. But 90% of that 80% would gain it back, because what the fitness industry has always done is, instead of helping people with their insecurities, sold to them with the idea to play on their insecurities rather than help them deal with their insecurities. So that whole idea of selling people quick results is exactly the reason that these people will rebound. So I think my job as a personal trainer is to get people to see that exactly what I've just outlined is my job. So then I can't sell them on that, because I would be doing people a disservice and actually giving them more negative outcomes than positive outcomes. So for me, as a business strategy, yeah, I could make some quick money, but ultimately the people that I've worked with wouldn't be recommending me, because they'd be going, yeah, I've fucking got an eating disorder now, you know? So when you take that into consideration, that's the negative about the way Alex Hormozi promotes things. However, I've learned loads of different things. Like, I've listened to his offers book. I've now probably put on like 10 of his podcasts. I don't I'm not calling him out, because there's so many things that he says that's great, and he's a really intelligent guy, so I know he's never going to listen to this, but he could probably see my point of view with that. But I know there's loads of PTs that listen to this, but what he's got me thinking about is, so I'm more about teaching people how to lift. So now, like, I've got like a little video that I send people that shows them how my service works, like how I speak to them through WhatsApp or whatever. And I used to just be showing people maybe like testimonials and stuff. But now I'm like, if my whole goal is, because I think, right, I get people to lift and focus on lifting so that they're not so focused on the scale, so that we can work on shifting their focus to lifting, and then that is going to improve their self-worth, because they're going to look more into how much they can lift in the gym and building their routine rather than how much they weigh on the scale. I now think about, because he talks about you want to show them the journey they are going to make and what journey you're going to take them through. So now I think about, well, I've got a million videos of people doing an absolutely horrendous goblet squat on the first week of the program, because very rarely can people do a good goblet squat, right? But then I've got videos of people being a year down the line and smashing out a fantastic back squat. And that's the journey. Like, I already know how I'm walking them through that. Like, getting their mobility better, then moving them from goblet squat to something else, then adding in like Bulgarian split squats, and then building them up from a back squat, elevating their heels for a while when they back squat to work on their ankle mobility. And there's plenty of people want to learn how to lift now. And I was like, okay, right, that's fantastic. I've never thought about it like that. I need to show people how I can teach them how to lift. And I have all that evidence, and I know that journey. And people now, when I talk to them, when they come in for like a free session, I'm like, right, we're doing a Romanian deadlift, a dumbbell Romanian deadlift. Do you know what we're going to do in 6 weeks? We're going to get you on that barbell to do a barbell Romanian deadlift. And then on the third set, they start to kind of get the dumbbell one. And I'm like, right, we're going to build up your weights for that. And then we're going to put big weights on the barbell Romanian deadlift. I'm already telling them about the journey they're going to make, so they can get excited about what they're going to learn. And it's a healthier thing to learn. So even though that started off as a negative thing, there is actually so much good information from Alex Hormozi. The reason I wanted to point that out is because that is what this industry is filled with. Like, it's all dressed up in different ways. This is what I was saying. Like, there's a whole property thing right now as well, all over the UK, where people are making way more money educating on other people on how to invest in property, but they are not really investing in property. They're just educating people on property. I know people who are social media growth experts. The only way they grew their following was from teaching other people how they can grow their following fast if you do these 5 tips. And it's always what Alex Hormozi is talking about, this fast sell that you can reach somewhere fast. But see, even if there's struggling PTs out there, if I gave you 40 clients tomorrow, like online, you wouldn't be able to handle it, because you've not worked your way up anyway. So like fast results in anything usually isn't that great. There is times to work hard as fuck. There is elements of being able to, like, sometimes going to the gym 5 times a week and really getting into it for a certain type of individual might be better than going 3 times a week. But most of the time, it's not about doing anything fast. But that's just what marketing is. And I think you need to really protect yourself from sales and marketing and from social media in general. I think it absolutely cooks your brain. Cooks your brain if you think that everyone's leaner and bigger than you and can lift more than you. cooks your brain if you think PTs are building businesses quicker than you. All of these ones that are doing communities and stuff within like a year of coaching, most of them, and I can see it, but they'll still keep posting like they aren't, but they're falling on their arse because they've never actually like learned how actually like keep up a sustainable business. You're not trying to get 200 people in at once, because that requires you to be banging on social media all the time, which is very, very, very difficult to do. And you need to be able to cover different topics and be able to keep up with the changing of social media all the time. And that needs to be like a real desperate desire to do those things. And not many people have that desperate desire, because it's boring. It's really boring. It's really boring to want to know how to make the best type of content for the algorithm all the time. And it takes away your personality. It takes away your soul.